This is a presentation of RBT Entertainment.
This isn't about the dead, it's about the living. It's about my mother. It's about my sister. It's about my wife. It's about the 14 years it took me to go from undesirable to ungoddamn deniable.
You know, they say all men are created equal, but you look at me and you look at Small Joe, and you can see that statement is not true.
Because I'm better than you, and you know it.
In the back, there are men and women, seasoned professionals, dues paid in full, gunning to be the best.
I'll always light the way, and all you have to do is let me in.
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly. The cream of the crop. Nobody does it better.
Hey, hi, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Wrestle-Cast, presented by RBT Entertainment on the Broken Infinite Doc. Fuck! Force of habit. It's Friday. It's my first. It's 4 weeks. So I can't talk tonight. Presented by RBT on Podomatic, Spotify, YouTube, and wherever else you may find this fine night recording and live on RBT Entertainment's official Twitch.tv channel. Talk about the professional wrestling, both in the independent scene and the mainstream, and I can't talk anymore. So here's my name's Matty J. That's CWT Talk, fucking talk.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm TWKF2K Reviews, and we're here to talk about some fantastic professional wrestling.
If my fucking mouth and brain will cooperate enough to let me talk, fuck. Joining us, Shintigercurl, as per usual.
Greetings, flesh creatures. It is I, Megatron, your future ruler and undisputed god of the universe. And Matthew, may I suggest you stop hitting the energon so much if you want to avoid botching? Yes.
At least you're not the guy sucking the other Megatron's dick.
I refuse to do that. I refuse to do that unless my tongue rebels against me and kills me.
Context is for riff down, riff zone, riff everything. That's the last couple of weeks of us talking about the Transformers thingamabob. Anyway, how you guys doing? I'm in a good mood. Had a good week at work. First, I had a vacation first 4 days, and it went well.
Oh, I noticed that Twitch's backend did a little bit of redecorating.
Yeah, they did a little bit of decorating. I'm looking at the layout for the stream manager, and the stream info clip are purple, the ads are in red, and the raid and hosting stuff are. They've redecorated, and I'm okay with it.
Oh, you redecorated. I don't like it.
We've been talking Doctor Who the last few minutes, so it's fresh in the brain. So yeah, well, let's get to the wrestling stuff, boys. This week, fairly slow on the news, but there's some big items, and there may not be as much news, but it's still some big stuff. We're definitely going to talk about Adam Cole and Pete Dunne for all of the obvious reasons. And, of course, AEW had a show. We'll talk about that. 2.0 showed up. I'll get to them in a few seconds. Your winners and losers, and we might, if you folks are in the chat, ask away, comment away. Renico, Matty Botch Day. Yeah. That's a thing. We're on the road to SummerSlam and All Out, and I have words to say about this week's AEW. Not gonna lie, I'm confused. We'll get to that. But let's talk about the wrestling, and we start, as per usual, as are we to want, with the clip of the week. And this one was difficult, but sometimes it just gotta go with something that just fucking rules. So let's talk about 2.0. Actually, let's listen the 2.0, and a friend.
Ah, now would you look at this? Free agency, huh? A hell of a thing!
How about it? Free agency tastes real good, huh? 2.0 in the AEW. But you know what you gotta do? You know what you gotta do when you're the new kids in the neighborhood? You gotta find somebody to watch your back. So Daniel Garcia, how about it?
The second thing that you have to do is call out the three baddest dudes.
That's right.
On the roster.
Oh, this is a good plan.
That's right.
I like
the
this
three
plan.
baddest dudes.
Yeah.
Eddie Kingston, you want a taste?
Oh, okay, so we're gonna go with Eddie Kingston. How about John Moxley? Hey, you want a taste?
And how about Darby Allin? If you want a taste.
You want a taste, Darby? Huh? Tomorrow night, boys.
Dynamite.
You're gonna find out that the three of us right here, we rule! Rule!
It does hurt so good. I mean, it's 2.0, so they're treated as jobbers. But Mox and Eddie and Darby, they work for their winner's purse.
Yes, he did.
The former Everrise, or as we know him, 2.0, or 3.0, or 3.0. They showed up. They showed out. That was awesome. Also, one of our boys in 2.0, it's Sting! And now in the role of Truck-kun, Darby Allin.
And that would be, the guy marking out would be Matt Lee, formerly known as Big Magic Shane Matthews.
Matt Lee, Shane Matthews, Big Magic, Wapow! Truck-kun in the shape of a Darby Allin tope suicida through the second rope.
Perfectly filmed.
Beautiful. The angle of that. Obviously, if you're a fan, you didn't notice it. But if you're watching at home, you're chuckling at Matt Lee, laughing, marking the fuck out at Sting, dropping his partner or Parker, and it's Sting, and Darby Allin shows up. Well, bam! Suicide dive. People are going, yay! You folks at home, floor, ass off, laughing.
Yeah, pretty much, because like I said, it was perfectly shot where you didn't even see Darby coming.
Perfectly shot, beautifully framed. Mwah! I hope AEW has the foresight to signing 2.0 to contracts, because God damn it's a right move for them in a tag team division.
And he ended up in an isekai afterwards.
Yeah. Hopefully, you know what? If the isekai is AEW, yay. To our knowledge, they're not signed. They mentioned free agents, but that to me would be a no-brainer.
All right, so on to the news. Got some heavy stuff to take care of first.
We got to take care of the bad news first, and I believe I know what you're going to bring up first.
First, I got Rest in Peace Bobby Eaton and Jody Hamilton, a.k.a. Assassin Number 1.
Assassin Number 1 and Bobby Eaton, If you are familiar with Bobby Eaton's work, you have watched way too much WWE Network or 24/7 on demand, because he was around that era. Not the streaming, but the NWA territorial days. Yep.
Part of the Midnight Express, alongside many other partners. Of course, coming to the ring, always by Jim Cornette.
You know what? Beautiful Bobby Eaton. My condolences to his family, and condolences must be shared with Jim Cornette, because,
yeah,
Yeah.
Jim was always close with Bobby Eaton.
So I can only imagine the pain.
It's a similar situation to when Mean Gene died, and we condolences to Hulk Hogan, because they were still very close friends. So
yeah.
You got to just put your dislike aside for this, and you just got to feel for Jim. You just got to feel for him. I don't always agree with him, but in this case, I really feel for him.
Wrestling is a weird industry. It is a weird fandom. We fight, we bicker a lot, but on situations like this, we got to put that aside and just hug. Support each other and support the people who make us smile.
Of course, there's Jody Hamilton, who I discovered was the father of Nick Patrick.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Huh.
Wow. That's a new one. I did not know that.
Me either.
Talk about kayfabe.
It ain't dead yet. It got beaten up, but it ain't dead yet. Hello?
Indeed,
There we go.
indeed.
Don't do that. You know I have been having internet issues lately.
We're just letting you talk, Matty.
Fair enough. And
of course,
JC, Burt Prentice passed away as well. We should bring that up, yeah.
Oh yeah, Burt Prentice. Not too familiar with him, unfortunately.
Me neither, but it has been brought up.
Yeah, me either.
However, losing someone in wrestling always a tragedy, no matter who, really.
Yep.
All right, we got to move on.
All right, moving on to well, if you've looked on the Twitter trending tab today, you saw Darby Allin was trending, and it wasn't for the best of news.
Oh no! Oh fuck! No! What did he do? What did he do now?
Apparently, one of his exes accusing him of being very verbally abusive during their relationship, and I think that AEW needs to get ahead of this before the news does, because apparently WWE seems to, in recent times, especially Domino's, so I wouldn't really doubt for them to try to get ahead of them on this. Like, AEW needs to say something about this instead of being silent.
So verbally abusive?
Yeah, so like I don't really want to go into too much detail because it's the accusations are pretty bad, I gotta say. So I would hope that Tony Khan gets ahead of this, does some legitimate investigating, because he seems like a cool dude, and I want to think he's a cool dude. So TK, get on this.
And fuck, why would you want to fuck up a rising star like Darby Allin? For fuck's sake!
It has happened before.
And a name under Unbox Live. This X sounds very sus.
Oh, does she? Oh, apparently. That's why I'm really hoping that TK does a thorough investigation. Then
I read her statement, and yeah, my sus senses are a little bit tingling.
Hold on, I'm gonna do my googling while we do this.
Not saying I believe her, not saying I don't believe her. You guys know how I am when it comes to this stuff. I'm not gonna say,
especially after the last year and a half.
Yeah,
I found it. I'm looking at. Oh, there we go. Under the Speaking Out movement. I'm reading this. Yeah, I'm finding it. I'm reading this, and yeah, this is. I'm just scrolling through, and I'm reading some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if this is true, Darby was not cool with this particular person, but the timing of this is suspicious for one thing, and I'm reading some of this stuff. If it's true, it sucks, but yeah, this is sus.
That's why I really want to like you, TK. So put your best foot forward and try to thoroughly investigate to see which side is the correct one. Because, like I said, TK seems like a cool dude. Really want to like him.
You want to like TK, but what about Darby?
Darby, I want to like him as well. He's been one of my favorite people watching on Dynamite.
I'll say this. This is fucking sus.
And it's also important because he has such a young audience. Like, out of all the wrestlers at least on the male side, he seems to be the one that connects with the young audience the most.
The way this is timed, this sounds to me like someone wants to fuck up someone's career progression out of either sheer pettiness. I mean, here's what I'm thinking. Why the fuck do it now? I mean, you had a whole bunch of people doing this during the Speaking Out movement last year.
She did. You can find the original tweet there.
And I saw it right here, the original tweet. Why is it getting more steam now than it was last year? This is suspicious.
He just had AEW's been picking up, I guess, some momentum, and like, I guess from her point of view, if this is true, then steam can build up and eventually you just go like, all right, fuck it. I need to bring this up again, I guess.
No. Fuck. Breaking news.
What's
Sean
up?
Ross Sapp, Fightful.com. Fightful has learned Bobby Fish has been released.
Oh, fuck. Really?
Damn. 3 minutes ago, posted August 6, 2021,
Well, I did hear-
9:12 p.m. Literally 4 minutes ago.
I believe Andrew Zarian, one of the people, said last week that we were expecting more releases, and we'll get on more releases. But
This is not helping matters. We will get to the why this is not helping.
Yeah, so the last thing I'll say on Darby Allin's the thing is, like I said, hopefully thorough investigation, all that snazzy jazzy stuff. They need to get ahead of this before All Out, I would say, because that's when the press is going to be all up in their ass about it, especially if this stuff keeps trending. And then that's all I got to say about that.
So yeah, this is nothing for someone trying to stir nothing into something, or there's something legitimate. And at this point, I'm not putting any opinion on this, and this is the last thing we'll bring up unless true legal accusations happen.
Since it looks so sus, it wouldn't be very hard to figure out the truth of the matter for or against Darby. So we just have to wait and see.
And that's the only thing we can do. That's the only thing we can do. From here, we could bury him like he was Joey Ryan, but at this point, I'm not gonna, because Joey Ryan was a prick, and right now it doesn't look like Darby Allin was. But we're gonna move on.
Well, one person who definitely got themselves in hot water this week was Max Caster.
Ooh, I missed the original airing, the original posting of Dark, so I missed the infamous rap altogether.
I saw it on Twitter when it was trending, and even as someone who enjoys edgy material, that one went a bit far.
How far was he?
He was mocking Simone Biles, who was an actual rape victim.
No. Okay, someone needs to tell Max Caster that's no bueno. All right.
I actually heard the rap, and it just brought her up. He didn't mock her.
I know, but just don't bring up rape victims. Don't do that.
It's not even a rape thing.
She is a rape victim.
Well,
she's literally a victim.
Okay. Simone Biles was brought up not because she was a rape victim in this context. I understand the context here because Simone Biles got a little bit of heat on her because she had to step away from the gymnastics team competition over the Olympics. Her reasoning for that was she wasn't feeling well. I actually saw something on TikTok talking about it where she had something called the twisties. Basically, it's a condition where you lose control of your body. In gymnastics, all those flips and kicks and all that stuff, you need absolute control of your body to even know what the fuck you're doing. If you don't know what up is down, left is right, when you're in the middle of the air, let's put it this way. In professional wrestling, in a professional wrestling context, yeah, bad news. And Enigma Unboxed Live, Simone's aunt also died during the Olympics. That certainly didn't fucking help.
So yeah, just don't bring her up when you're trying to be edgy, because
regardless of the context, that was not a good idea. And I get it. He's trying to get heat. He's a heel, and he's got a gimmick that is conducive to producing heat. Choose your words carefully, because like Carlin said, context, the exaggeration, but sometimes too soon is too fucking soon.
Yeah, and like I said, I can enjoy edgy material. I've enjoyed a lot of Max's edgy stuff, but that one was just like, oh, come on, dude.
I understanding the context here is like Simone Biles. I'm like, she had to back out. She's got some heat for her A, mental health, and B, her actual health, because if she kept going, and there was a documentary about someone who from the Russian gymnast team from like the 1970s and 80s who wasn't feeling it. She broke her leg. And of course the coach was like, you're going to heal in 3 weeks, right? No, it's a broken leg. So in 3 weeks, right? No, she went, broke her leg, broke her neck, paralyzed. You want that for Simone Biles? Thought so.
So TK says that from now on he's going to be personally editing Dark.
Yep. I understand why he did it, but from my own perspective, I've heard worse.
Yeah, we've all. I mean, if I understand, if it's a one bad joke, it's one bad joke. But at the same time,
I know.
Too soon is too soon.
I know. I'm just saying. From my own personal experience, I have literally heard worse because I grew up in the '90s, and '90s rap was not pretty.
Especially gangster rap.
Oh,
Do yourself a favor. You want to hear some hardcore? You want to hear some hardcore disses? Listen to Tupac's "Hit 'Em Up." That is one of the worst diss tracks in the
yeah, I remember Hit 'Em Up. Oh shit.
That was a vicious, no holds barred diss track, and yeah, but I can understand Tony TK's wanting to edit this stuff out. It was poorly timed, but yeah, I understand both sides of the argument.
Yeah, freedom of expression, getting hate, fine, but you got to know what too soon is, and I think that comes with reading the room and experience. That's all it is.
Speaking of too soon, it looks like it might be too soon before Adam Cole and Pete Dunne exit WWE.
Oh my God. Let's unpack this. Now, Bobby Fish definitely goes this throws a wrench in my original discussion, but you know what? Let's start with Adam Cole because as this was brought up earlier, someone brought up the fact that it's been reported that he's on SmackDown. He's at the SmackDown backstage to talk to Vince McMahon. Now, rumor has it, I don't have the original thing because I lost it because Facebook, obviously, but it is rumored. Bronson Reed. Bronson Reed?
Wait, he got released?
What? Courtesy Saw Monster Sounds Off thing. What is going on here? Okay. I am getting the official list here because, my God, we need a list now. But
can we not do one show without half the roster being released, for fuck's sakes?
I fucking know, right? Man.
What the fuck?
Enigma, you're in there now. We might need your help in the car. Whoa.
Also, he says, "Hey TK, you need an editor? Call me up. My rates are reasonable."
That he is a very good editor, folks. He is not kidding.
Get
that hustle, brah.
All right, so Bronson Reed's gone.
Apparently, I'm looking for confirmation. Alvarez NXT cuts ongoing apparently, and what Bronson Reed has been released according to WWE. This guy's a former. Wow.
They just put the belt on him like a month ago.
He literally just lost it.
They had him drop the belt to Swerve because he was getting moved up to the main roster.
He was ready for the move. Okay, we have okay. This Adam Cole situation, this is gonna, fuck. This is so. Sean Ross Sapp, Fightful, the following names have been released by WWE. Boys, I hope you're sitting. This one's gonna hurt. Oh my God. Let's start with some of the names. Stephon Smith, Zachariah Smith, Asher Hale, Giant Zangier, Ari Sterling, Kona Reeves, Jake Atlas,
fuck!
Bobby Fish, we know that already. Leon Ruff, Tyler Rust, obviously a Bronson Reed, we just found out. Mercedes Martinez.
Fuck! What?
What the actual?
This was literally minutes ago.
Mercedes
Martinez.
What the actual?
Jake Atlas, Kona Reeves, Ari Sterling. Ari Sterling, is it the same Sterling that's been trying to get a freaking thing going? No, this is Stone. This is a different thing, but NXT just cut the bear in the back end.
They just got
Bobby Fish gone. Mercedes Martinez gone. Tyler Rush is part of the Diamond Mind. That just got fucking started.
Diamond Mine is dead.
Fuck's sakes. Nick Khan's out of control with this budget cutting.
Jesus Christ! You know what? I was gonna bring this up for when we were gonna talk about the releases from last week, but
Yeah, last week we got Bray Wyatt was fired, and then Ric Flair was like, "I quit."
yeah, he literally walked up to Vince, says, "I fucking quit."
Yep.
You got fired me? I'm already fired.
Yeah,
Woo!
Fire me! I'm already fired. You know, I was gonna wait till after we talk about Adam Cole to bring this up, but god damn it, are they fucking selling now? That what it is? Because I'm buying the hype, especially after Bray Wyatt. The only reason I could explain was like, oh wait, he was this guy. Okay, budget cuts. Heel Josh was fucking pissed. He was Steve Dangle pissed. Now I'm like, they're fucking selling. They are.
Oh my god.
They are fucking selling. Now, Unbox Live. Legit question. Who is worse, Nick Khan or Jim Herd? Jim Herd. Nick Khan has not booked wrestling, period. Jim Herd has.
Jim Herd, but Nick Khan is in a close second.
Jim Herd is a president and a booker. Khan is just a guy making budget cuts. If it's buy or sell, who's worse? Buy Jim Herd. Hard buy. But that's neither here nor there. Are they selling? Is that what it is? Like, Bray Wyatt's like the only legit guy that would present heebie-jeebies for prospective buyers. Like, what's this fucking character? How do you explain Bray Wyatt, especially the Fiend?
Well, I think there's an easy way to explain him. He is our horror character, perfect for any sort of spookiness.
To us, yeah, but to someone trying to buy the company, maybe not. They're fucking selling. You can't convince me otherwise. After this list of people, good, talented people who are on TV as recent as this fucking week's NXT.
All right.
Bronson Reed just pinned down him goddamn Cole, for God's sakes.
Wait, Bronson Reed pinned Cole this week on TV?
Yep.
Yeah.
And now he's gone.
He's fucking gone. If I'm Triple H, I'm fucking fuming. I'm looking to rip heads off now.
Triple H has lost all
here's
control.
the situation. He's about to lose Adam Cole and freaking Pete Dunne.
If he's not careful, and really, I can't blame them at this point because nobody's safe.
At this point, after a meeting with Vince McMahon, you hear Bobby Fish is gone and Bronson Reed, the guy you literally just put over? Okay, let's get into why Adam Cole. This was a clerical error with Adam Cole. Like, they thought it was December. Turns out it was literally Great American Bash, or literally after Great American Bash. Fucking oops. So they said, hey, we noticed it. You mind working? We put you on TV until SummerSlam. We'll give you an extension after that. You can do whatever you want. And Adam Cole, being a good company guy and not really, they really just want to finish things up. Sure, I'll sign on till SummerSlam. And after that, done. No 90-day goddamn thing, no 30-day thing, no nothing. Vince allegedly, rumoredly said, all right, pal, $1 million contract, or almost $1 million. That's what I've been trying to say for the last 5 minutes. If I'm Adam Cole, before all this shit hit the fan, if I'm Adam Cole, I'm going, okay, what do I appreciate? Wrestling artistry or getting fuck you money at 35 or 33? Because remember, he's still fucking young.
Yeah.
And he's so goddamn talented that he's a needle mover wherever you place him. And you could say what you want about, okay, he's at risk with Vince McMahon fucking him up. But when Vince McMahon says, I'll give you $1 million over, like, if it's over 3 years, that's like $300,000 plus a year. That's downside. Or over 5 years, couple $100,000 downside. And that doesn't include the merch. And not only the merch, but he's still with up, down, down. Keep that in mind. So people say go to AEW, go to AEW. That sounds simpler, but I'm like, he's got friends on both sides here. But this argument was before shit hit the fan. If I'm Adam Cole, Bobby Fish is gone. Kyle O'Reilly's definitely not fucking safe anymore. If I'm And with Pete Dunne, Pete Dunne, you could say, well, he hasn't done as much as Adam Cole, and it's true. He's been the UK champion, formerly the longest reigning UK champ in history. Thank you, Walter, for that. But had some good matches, some good pops. Still doesn't have the big NXT title. He could still get that. He could still get a few things done. Now, like, that shit's out the window. You're looking at the people being cut. People are still on fucking TV as recent as this week's show with Mercedes Martinez being advertised for a couple of shows. If I'm Adam Cole and Pete Dunne, I'm going, okay, so you pay me. So how long time let go by your financial buddy over there?
Yep.
That has to be a legitimate question now. Especially if Adam Cole with that meeting with Vince McMahon earlier, okay. So you just cut my buddy. What? How soon is my other buddy? Or this buddy? How soon am I?
Yeah. I mean, with Fish, I mean, I can kind of... Fish is a shock, but not unexpected, because out of all the members of the UE, he is doing the least right now, because Adam Cole is being Adam Cole. Yeah. Kyle O'Reilly's been in and out of the main event for God knows how long.
But he's still a relevant piece. And Roderick Strong was with a diamond mine, and what the fuck do you do with one of your main guys is gone?
Fish has just not been doing anything. If anything, he's just been jobbing out lately. So
he'll be fine. By the way, we're pissed off, and yes, we are reacting appropriately, and maybe with some exaggeration for comedic effect. But the idea is, like, these guys are fine. Like, Bobby Fish has got a month off, got 30 days. Shows up to Impact. He's probably doing New Japan. Probably thinking AEW if the AEW is interested.
I say you let him go to Impact.
Could work well with Impact. Could work well with the Pure title back in Ring of Honor. That's an easy landing spot as well.
Yeah. He'll be gangbusters.
He'll be fun. Most of these guys, Bronson Reed, I'm pretty sure Triple H is going to bust his ass to try to get him back in, seeing that he just beat a former NXT champion on his last goddamn TV show.
The greatest NXT champion of all time.
Baby.
Yeah.
JC, Pete Dunne feels like an Impact guy to me. It's like, dude, he could easily go to New Japan right now and duke it out with ZSJ. He could probably fit in Suzuki-Gun when I'm thinking about it.
Put him in if he goes to New Japan, put him in the Never division.
Ooh.
I would love him in the Never division.
Jay White versus Pete Dunne. Sign me the fuck up if that happens.
Pete Dunne versus Ishii. Pete Dunne versus Goto. Pete Dunne versus Suzuki.
Come on. If they book that, if a G1 high, Pete Dunne leaves, I believe it is his contract is up around the same time as Cole is up for SummerSlam weekend. Pete leaves. He's got 30 days.
Prevailing rumor.
He could. This is rumor, by the way. Yeah, we should bring that up. But if he's gone, he could. I don't know. Could he technically make G1 Climax?
He'd be cutting it close, but
he'd be cutting it close. This is, I'll say, let me do a little bit of Googling with the G1 Climax 2021.
The schedule is pretty weird this year with the Japan Olympics.
Yeah, the Japan Olympics were supposed to happen. It starts in September, runs through October. So let me see. So the first one will be at Edion Arena, Osaka, Japan, September 18th. So yeah, he'd be cutting it a little too close. If his contract ended SummerSlam weekend, that'd be too close to call. Plus, with the 2 weeks, especially with Japan asking 2 weeks in isolation, yeah, that's not happening.
Unfortunately, but there's always the Tokyo Dome.
Wishful thinking, folks.
There's always the Tokyo Dome.
There's always the Tokyo Dome, and there's next year's G1 Climax. And that's if Pete Dunne says, fuck this shit, I'm out. Or how would Pete Dunne say it in that way, I should say.
Fuck this shit, I'm going, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Much appreciated.
Do you want to who in WWE is a big critic of WWE?
Wait. I got the thing. There's only one man who has the balls and the financial and Hollywood independence to give WWE a bad critic.
And his name is Lobo Fuerte.
Stop it. Wrong button, Winamp. Wrong button.
And his name is John Cena!
Thank you.
So yeah, John Cena says that he's unsure about WWE's future if they keep relying on stars of the past.
His words, folks. Not T-Dubs. Actual John Cena words. He's saying, look, I don't mind coming in every once in a while, but what happens when I turn 60 and I can't wrestle anymore? Or if Hollywood says I can't do it. He's lucky to be doing the SummerSlam run with Roman.
Yeah, I guarantee you, if John Cena gets any injury from this match, though,
he's fucked.
No more matches. None.
It'll be the same thing with The Rock.
Yeah, because when The Rock got injured with his matches with Cena, Hollywood was like, yeah, about that. No more matches.
Yeah. So,
or God forbid, if Hollywood decides, hey, that Joe Anawati guy is pretty cool, let's put him in some movies.
He's already been in one, Fast and Furious. He's already been like, what, Hobbs and Shaw?
Hobbs and Shaw had a cameo appearance, but yeah. And that was during his leukemia.
So yeah, imagine Hollywood getting to look at him now that he's shirtless and all in fit shape and whatnot.
And front center as the guy in the Fed.
And all charismatic and shit.
And WWE just let go of a shitload of needle movers. Because Bray Wyatt was a needle mover. Bobby Fish is a talent. Adam Cole's thinking about it.
If it's Adam Cole, if he goes to the main roster, the only way I would accept it is that they treat him like the big deal that he is. No chasing after the 24/7 title, no comedy gimmicks. He needs to be booked as a legitimate star.
That could be part of the discussion with Vince. Say, listen,
yet,
I want to stick around, but you can pay me all the money you want. But here's the thing: I'm a needle mover. I know I'm a needle mover. I need to be treated like that. Any sense I'm thinking, that 3-year contract, you better cut me off. Can you promise me right off the bat, like if financial independence is one thing, can you promise me that you will treat me like one of the main event goons, like one of your top guys? Can you do that? Or can you give me a plan within 6 months of a main roster push that I will be a main roster fixture? A main event fixture in 6 months. Can you give me that for the money you're offering?
You know,
because the other guy, he's probably going to figure out a way to put me in the main event within 6 months.
And you know something? I agree with the chat. I thought about this all week. You know, if there's anybody who could beat the head of the table, I'd put money on Adam Cole.
Could you imagine Adam Cole versus Roman Reigns in the first, it's Survivor Series? Or one of the big four?
That would sell out.
You want an instant sellout with the hardcore marks? Royal Rumble. The Rumble sells itself, true, but the main event, Roman Reigns versus Adam Cole, bye-bye.
The Royal Rumble can outside the Royal Rumble,
and you got Paul Heyman. The promos themselves are going to be pay-per-view worthy.
And Cole can cut a goddamn good promo. We all know that.
Exhibit A, the one he caught on Karrion Kross before the incident.
Yeah. So it's less about money and how he's going to be treated, because if they're treating the currently reigning and defending, formerly undefeated champion Karrion Kross like a jobber, that does not leave much in the way of hope for Adam Cole.
That was the original thought that I was going to bring up before all these releases happened. But yeah, Adam Cole is thinking, okay, Karrion Kross, big dude, your kind of dude. You fuck him up like that. What the fuck? What am I, chopped liver?
And Adam Cole is one of the pillars of NXT alongside Johnny Wrestling and Tommaso Ciampa.
Oh my God.
He is one of the guys who, along with those three, are the three longest tenured guys on that entire roster. They have held that brand up for God knows how long.
So if you want Adam Cole to be the NXT Roman Reigns, give him the money to do it. But otherwise, if I'm Adam Cole, to be just stuck in NXT and not having to wrestle guys like Roman Reigns, all that stuff, that could be a deal. That could be a deal breaker. Monster. Bronson Reed said he just got released by WWE. This company is run by absolute morons. No lies. Brian Alvarez on Twitter. They literally just cut 2 guys advertised for 205 Live tonight.
Fuck.
So yeah, is it easy to say that the cruiserweight division is now dead?
Yes. Goddamn, it is absolutely obliterated.
Yeah, by the way, like there's someone, Vincent Verhey, at FO_Verhey on Twitter. He, in response to the NXT releases by Sean Ross Sapp, well, NXT is on live support. What should we review instead of Thursday nights? And that's Big Vinny V, by the way. I should
Whoa, way on the Knights. Welcome on the Giants in the den of lions. Whoa.
Can I just say the irony of it, that it happens this week? It's the same week that the man from New York decided not to review NXT this week because he found it too boring.
Oof.
Wow.
I was waiting for his review, and he was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm streaming some Call of Duty. NXT is just too boring for me.
Wow. And they just got in some needle movers. Fish, Atlas, Ari Sterling, Connor Reeves, Stephon Tyler, Rust was the way it was spelled. R-U-S-T, Mercedes Martinez. There's some needle movers in this.
I was just starting to like Mercedes Martinez too.
Oh, she's been fantastic for ages, and
she's been she's an amazing talent on the indie scene. Seeing her on the way she was treated on NXT, I was like, oh, you are wasting her, and now have officially wasted her.
Well, hopefully she can go to either AEW or Impact.
She should have stayed with AEW in the first place. Noob & Co., have you followed Twitter in the last 15 goddamn minutes?
Yeah.
Hey, T-Dub, Matty, Shin, how you doing today?
Found out some of our guys found out Bobby Fish has been shit canned.
A lot of NXT talent just got nuked.
Yeah, so
including Bronson fucking Reed.
Let's head over to Happyville. More AEW stuff. We start off with Jericho versus Hoovy. That was fun.
That was not the fastest match, but you know what, man? That was a fun match to watch.
It had a rough start. I mostly either blame that on the fact that I probably blame it on the fact that Hoovy and Jericho haven't wrestled each other in decades, so there was a little bit of unfamiliarity with how Hoovy wrestles and how Jericho now wrestles. But the last half of the match, it got better, especially that ending.
Judas Effect off the top rope hit perfectly on target.
It's Judas Effective.
Ha! Although the next match is
not my joke, Ollie Davis's joke.
Yeah.
The next match where credit's due.
Indeed, and the next match not as exciting as the last two in the Labors of Jericho. It's going to be the final labor before he faces MJF. Is going to be Wardlow.
Not gonna lie. Okay, then, but then again, it's on brand with MJF.
Throw his biggest guy in there with the best stipulation of him being the special guest referee.
No, he's just gonna be at ringside.
He's just gonna be at ringside. I think it was the promo was misdelivered, but yeah, the stipulation officially, at least according to AEW, as of right now, is that MJF will be allowed to be at ringside.
Oh, okay.
No, he just said, "I think we need an official." I think it would be a guest, a guest enforcer capacity, but I believe AEW will, if it is a referee position, it will be clarified by next week.
Oh,
I'm sure.
JC says it's 5 labors, then MJF. I thought MJF was the 5th labor.
That's the confusion. The 5th MJF is the 5th labor, but we'll see. I don't know. We're as confused as you folks are.
One thing that's not confusing is the fact that they're clearly going to put the belt on Hangman Page after his interaction with the Dark Order and the Elite this week on television.
And yet the stipulation says he's not allowed to face, and Christian Cage is #1 contender. That's the thing. I'm like, wait a minute. So obviously the story continues. They intend on continuing the story, but stipulation for the 5-on-5 last week was Dark Order wins. They get a shot. Page gets a shot. Dark Order gets a shot. If not, no number one contender, no nothing. So where are we going with this?
It's actually pretty obvious where they're going with this. New York City, baby.
I get New York City, but it's still All Out. They still have a thing with All Out. They still got to sell a fucking pay-per-view.
That's what Christian's there for. He's the new number one contender for All Out. They announced that this week on television. Like, hey, Christian, congratulations on becoming the new number one contender.
I think the reason why they're doing this is because of the whole Punk thing.
Yeah, and I don't think it's the right call.
Also, Hangman's having a child.
Oh,
That's a new one for me.
That's been all over Twitter for the past 2 or 3 weeks.
I did not know that.
Me neither.
Yep, Hangman's having a baby.
I typically avoid wrestling Twitter until it's
Hangman's having a baby.
And the baby happens to be due around All Out weekend.
I suppose so, going by what the rumors are saying. So this will be another good reason to write him off TV for a few weeks. And once he returns, he's going to be even more red hot. The music hits. Kenny's not going to see it coming, and they can easily put Hangman back in the title picture. Like, all they have to do is have him like abduct good old Don Callis and say, "Give me the title shot, or I'm going to murder Don Callis."
Give me a title shot, or I'm going to leave him in a room with 10 and a pile of cocaine and let nature take its course.
Well, look, regardless of the reason for it, this deflated the crowd last week, and you could tell the crowd still wants it, but there's a sense of unease of, we just got taken away the thing that we want to see it all out. I get that it's New York. I get you want the biggest pop possible, especially in your New York debut. I get that. But there's a part of me that says that's pay-per-view money that you're leaving on the table. Not that Christian versus Kenny Omega is a big match. It's still a big match. And the way they're building Christian right now, it's not bad. I'm not going to rip on that. I'll let people who think they could shit on that. I'm not gonna, because I don't think there is a reason to do so. But I am gonna criticize, because here's the thing. You've made it obvious from literally the first night on the crowd in Miami that the intention was Omega versus Hangman. And for me, the perceived notion is biggest pay-per-view. All Out is it's not Double or Nothing, but it's All Out. It's the pseudo sequel to All In. Chicago, the Sears Center, the epicenter, the epicenter, the ground zero, the nucleus of what now is AEW. Your biggest show, or one of your big shows, to me, the biggest match you could put together for that is the way you've been building it. It's Omega versus Hangman. So for me, I'm still like that. The finish from last week, I'm still confused by that. I'm like, I get it if it's something that is beyond your control. You're just trying to make it look that you're just trying to delay it enough so you could say, okay, we can't do it now. We got to pump the brakes. Fair, but it's one of those things where you can look at it and go, all right, long term, the bigger picture is not in focus for everybody, and you want to, right now it's the little picture, and you want to look at the big picture, but it's still fuzzy. Yeah. It could be that, or it could be my vision fucking me over again, and then again, I need glasses, in case you haven't noticed. But to me, it's like, it doesn't make sense now. And I don't think it'll make sense until a couple of weeks down the line where, okay, it is New York, and it is, I'll be like, you're leaving pay-per-view money on the table.
Well, you have to remember, last year, Tony Khan did an interview saying that they're not a pay-per-view company. They're not a wait for the pay-per-view type of company.
And considering that it's New York, I mean, and considering it's Chicago, and the fact that they got Punk coming in, that crowd is going to be
allegedly, by the way, they've sold on the strength of Darby Allin promo, slightly referencing it this week. Kenny Omega wearing the Cookie Monster shirt and the Bray Wyatt attired Young Bucks. Something's off. Something feels off is what I'm trying to say.
Part of me wants to think also that something may have happened behind the scenes, but everybody's very tight-lipped about it.
Yeah, something's off. I can't put my finger on it. Again, I'm just a fan reacting to what I see, and right now what I see, I still like, but I'm like, you sure? Like, there's concern. I'm like, you sure you want to do this? And again, we don't know if Punk signed. Like, it's reports that's been signed. We know Bryan Danielson, it's reported, it's rumored, but it's not nothing's made official. I get the hype. I get why CM Punk is a big draw, but I'm like, you sure? Like, I understand Tony Khan's not a pay-per-view kind of guy. That's fair, but you're still trying to sell pay-per-views. That's part of it. You got 4 pay-per-views a year.
I'm pretty sure the All Out's already pretty much sold. I mean, the venue's sold out, and
yeah.
I have no doubt that
and the United Center for Rampage has been sold out.
Yep.
So there's that.
And I have no doubt they're going to be able to get some good buy rates.
They probably will, and it will be a good show. I mean, it's AEW unless it happens to be last year where they couldn't deliver a good show because of the heat. If they had one bad show, and it wasn't entirely their fault. This year, they're going to have the benefit of a crowd where they can control the temperature at the very least. So there's that. Who knows? I'm just voicing my concern at this point. I'm like, Enigma in the chat, though. A Hangman will leave Don Callis tied up on the railway tracks. Big fuck yes if that happens.
With a top hat and a curly mustache.
Dark Order can help. Just saying.
Well, one person who definitely might need a little bit of help is Layla Hirsch, as she defeated the Bunny to become the #1 contender for the NWA World.
Great match, I might add.
Yep, for the NWA World's Women's Championship against Camille.
And Camille stepped up, and it never occurred to me how tall Camille is until I saw her up against Layla Hirsch.
Yeah, she's about 6 feet tall.
She's 6 feet tall. And
Layla
so is
Hirsch
Jade Cargill, and now I have this Jade Cargill Camille match in my head. I'm like, I'd like to see that just to see.
Yeah, and Layla Hirsch is 4'11", I believe.
Yeah.
Layla Hirsch is like a mix between Taz and Kurt Angle.
Taz, Kurt Angle. There's some Russian. Obviously, she's Russian, but I almost want to say almost Ivan Putski.
That's Polish.
I know it's Polish and she's Russian, but it's a bad reference. But it's the fun, like the short dude, but can fight kind of guy.
I can also see a little bit of Santino in her.
In the tough department, not in the comedy department, no.
More like his old gimmick back in FCW.
Oh. Jesus, that's a deep cut, but I got that.
Yeah.
That makes absolute sense. Taz, a lot of people have been making references for Layla Hirsch, Team Taz. Makes sense.
And hopefully the match will be good wherever it is. I imagine it might happen at Empower.
I would bet Empower for sure. Which, by the way, for those who didn't watch Impact, one shame to it's Jan Parasso versus Melina at Empower. They made it official on Impact last night, and that's a surprising match, but a match that is intriguing nonetheless.
One match that was also quite intriguing was Miro versus Lee Johnson, which went longer than I definitely expected.
Shoddy Lee Johnson got the shine off Miro on this one. Miro could have just said, all right, 5-minute squash, put some stuff in and all that stuff. Now, excuse me, I need to hug my mother because she is leaving for 2 weeks.
Because mother, there is no other. So treat her right. Treat her right. Treat her right.
Yeah.
Hello, Matty's mother.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Sorry about that, folks.
Enrico says, huggy mummy.
She appreciates it. By the way, I think she saw some of the chat. She appreciates it, folks. Mother,
Yeah.
there's no mother, but they're leaving they're going to Vancouver for a couple of weeks or BC.
Ooh, the other side of the country.
So. Yeah, taking the plane and all.
Yeah. Ooh, opposite side. Wow. West side, baby.
Hey, they were supposed to do it last year, so
right.
they're making up for lost time.
Well, hope she has the best of times.
They will. They have a plan. They has a plan.
So, yeah,
anyway, back on topic.
Miro and Lee Johnson, really, really good match.
Awesome match.
Miro was. Go ahead.
I think you were about to say the same thing. Miro was very generous with Shotty Lee.
No, what I was going to say, Miro was basically Paulo from that Key and Peele skit.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Lee is a very rude person. Now I will torture his body until his soul learns to be humble.
This guy knows it's just a match, right? It's just wrestling match, just good competition, right?
Stop! He's already dead.
Lee, when I squeeze your lungs, when you beg me for life, then your soul will open up to the Lord.
I thought we were just gonna have a nice old championship, just a good old catch can match. Come on, man.
God is the teacher, Lee is the student, and I am God's instrument.
What preceded was the biggest ass whooping on the Eastern Seaboard. Viewer discretion is advised.
God's lessons are so beautiful.
Shotty Lee Johnson was just another victim when Miro found out when Miro decided to make Shotty Lee find out when keeping it real goes wrong.
What you mean you can't find him? Somebody find Dustin. Dustin, help me out. And Miro chokes him out.
And of course,
you know what? Now I want a match between Powerhouse Hobbs and Miro to determine who is the Debo of AEW.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm pretty sure that's a match in the back pocket of Tony Khan.
Who is the AEW's resident bully? Powerhouse Hobbs or Miro?
It's Miro, but goddamn, that's pay-per-view quality matchup right there. Like, I want to see that now.
One match we might see a rematch on a pay-per-view down the line was the absolute, I believe there's a word Matt you can scribe for this match as Malakai Black destroyed Cody Rhodes.
Folks, it happened with Brody Lee, and it happened again. Squash.
It happened.
That's what it was.
It was a different kind of squash.
No, and this was not a squash in the traditional sense. This was a squash as in one shot on the butt. If you folks are MMA or boxing fans, you have this term called right on the button. Black Mass hit Cody Rhodes' button hard.
It's actually worse than that if you really think about it, because with Brody Lee, Brody just overpowered Cody. He just could not get over that. Cody could not get over the strength and height advantage that Brody Lee had. In this one, Black took him apart. He countered everything that he wanted.
And at the very end, boom, right in the button, down. Not even hitting the leg. Not even the lateral press with no hooking of the leg, because Brody is like, oh, I fucked him up hard. No. Foot on chest.
And even worse because this.
Before I think I know what you're going for here, and we'll get to that. But on Box, remember when people said Cody would be AEW's John Cena? Nope. Renico. Oh, so Malakai Black is one kick man. Nice.
But yeah, it's more like all of Cody's offense, all the moves is the crossroads, the figure four, the disaster kick. All the moves that he's been using all these years to great success across God knows how many companies, and Malakai countered and destroyed all of it. He rendered all of Cody's success and all of his skills moot and destroyed.
It was categorical.
He decimated.
And a lot of people were a lot of people, like JC, for example, I felt Cody's promo afterwards kind of deflated things. Folks, if it may be difficult to notice, but Cody was indeed wearing a bright salmon pink coat. Several sizes too large for him.
Yep.
Kayfabe. He is actually thinking about it, putting the boots down, but the minute Malakai Black came back with the crutch, hit him and stole the boot, no, this is continuing, folks. This is literally, he's been, same thing that happened with Brody Lee when he got ridden off, when Cody got ridden off to go big show. They got to film that for a few weeks.
Yeah. But I can see, but this is exactly the reason why Cody has been booked so strongly as he has been, because when you beat Cody Rhodes, it means something.
Yeah. And
like
Cody's got the promo skill to back to do and damn near cut any kind of promo you need and get that point across.
Yeah. Andrade beating Matt something a couple of weeks ago. That was a good statement for his debut match, but nothing overallly important because it's Matt Sydal.
Yeah.
Malakai Black beating Cody Rhodes, arguably the face of the company, one of the strongest book guys in the company, and he beat him with ease. That he's already a megastar.
Let's put it this way. The difference between Malakai Black and El Idolo is El Idolo is treated like a big deal. They're trying to figure out a way to get him in a big match. Matt Sydal is literally just an example of, we know what we have. We're trying to figure things out so that when it's time to go full bore with El Idolo, it's a big fucking deal. Malakai Black got freaking neutered in WWE. He needed that big Cody win. Why? What's he done in WWE? In the main roster specifically?
Spit.
Jack shit. And unfortunately for Malakai, Jack apparently left town. This was the statement win he needs to reprove that Tommy End is a bad motherfucker. Because we knew he was a bad motherfucker in NXT. He got neutered in WWE. Malakai Black, kayfabe and all, he's still selling that quote-unquote eye injury, if you haven't noticed, with the makeup and the contact lens, at least in the in-ring presentation. I know there's some promos where he hasn't. It's just the contact, not the makeup, but it could be a split personality kind of situation, and I think that's what they're going with here. But the point. Oh, go ahead.
Or that's just to symbolize his time in WWE. How
another good example.
How his time in WWE left him scarred, but not defeated.
It's going back to the Twitter video he had before he debuted. It's not Tommy End. It's a different personality. Yeah, he's still cutting promos as Tommy End, like as you saw in a couple of weeks ago with the video to end ring stuff, because you saw the makeup wasn't there in the main promo, or it wasn't as present and prominent. So again, you the casual fan was like, oh great, Aleister Black. He's been jerk off motion. After him beating Cody, the way Cody's been presented, instant credibility. And the fact he interrupted the quote unquote retirement, even more.
How badly do you have to destroy someone that they would consider retiring?
And to cock block that retirement because I ain't done with you, fucker. Come back here.
You don't get to ride off in the sunset like a triumphant hero. You will end when I say you end.
If you look at the video profile, he continued to put his boot down as that's it. So Cody could be done, but as far as we know, we have yet to hear anything. So this could be literally the fall season. Could be Cody versus Malakai Black. Put him in a cage, maybe. I don't know.
And JC, I don't think it undercut it really, because Cody was still selling it because he could barely walk afterwards.
Like he was just getting he just got his balance back, and then he was still selling the leg injury.
Yeah.
It was.
And to be fair, he got knocked the fuck out. So he probably was loopy for all we know.
Yeah.
You could literally his first promo back could be, Play the video. He plays the video. Folks, I got knocked the fuck out. I didn't know what the fuck I was saying. But, hey, we all know about wrestling and retirements, right? 1 and 2, I got cock blocked on my retirement speech. Malakai Black, this isn't over.
So what you're saying is Cody's not finished with you yet, which means Braun Strowman is going to AEW confirmed.
Hey, if they sign, either Cody could say that or the Bucks could do their cheeky little bullshit thing.
And we there is precedent for this kind of thing happening. I mean, remember when Brock first came back and he beat the shit out of John Cena until he was bloody? John cut a promo right after that match was over.
There's precedent.
He said he was bloody, he couldn't feel his arm, and he teased a retirement. So there is precedent for this.
All right, moving on over to Impact. There was one other thing to talk about there. It's the fact that Bullet Club got a new member.
Before we do that, before we get to that, Enigma is fantasy booking again. Miro versus Hobbs versus Braun. The ring obliterates.
Braun's he's not ready to be in the ring with Hobbs and Miro.
No, not yet anyway.
He's imposing, but he's not scary like Miro and Hobbs are.
So, the new member is the Finesser, Old Bay seasoning himself, Chris Bay!
I said it on Rift Zone yesterday, and I will say it again tonight. Solid fucking pickup right there.
Yep.
If he goes to Japan, they got a solid pickup there.
And like I asked last night, was this the first time a active Impact wrestler became a member of the Bullet Club?
No, because as I said, Taiji Ishimori is a crew member of Bullet Club, and he joined while still under contract with Impact.
There were some technicalities there, but yeah, he was still there, and I believe Doc Gallows, but that was after he left the thing there.
So yeah, so it's not the first, but
it's definitely a rare occurrence. That is for sure. I believe we had talked about that.
Nevertheless, it is a good pickup, and it'll be interesting to see how he fits in over in the New Japan roster if he does indeed go over there.
Who in Bullet Club represents the junior heavyweights?
That could be it, actually.
Well, there's Taiji Ishimori.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I know. Oh, and there's also what's his name? ELP.
Yeah, ELP.
Oh, okay.
El Phantasmo.
So
I could see him teaming up with ELP to go after the junior heavyweight tag.
Yeah, because they would need a tag and a singles, and Chris Bay is multifaceted. We have known that.
I'm almost certain that they might, judging by his size, he might be more of a heavyweight over in Japan.
He could probably slot in more in the never open weight 6-man or open weight title situation. Start him off. He would be a junior to start. Have him a run. Best of Super Juniors is an excellent start point for him if they choose to go that way, and then graduate him using the never open weight title.
Yeah,
it's a long burn as we seen with many a talent in New Japan, but Chris Bay could slot in very easily. That's why I say it's a solid pickup.
It worked for Shingo and Will Ospreay.
Yeah,
indeed.
It's a solid pickup. If this is a New Japan pickup at the same time, solid pickup.
And one thing that I don't think anyone saw coming was the reunion of a certain team from back in the day. Taking me up to take on Shane Taylor Productions and Ring of Honor, we're going to see Delirious, Frightmare, Hollow Wicked, Incoherence!
It's been a while since I've seen Delirious wrestle.
It's been a while.
Especially as part of Incoherence. Many years.
And who are they facing, pray tell, T-Dub?
Shane Taylor Productions. Or Promotions, one of those two. It's Shane Taylor and his crew.
Awesome matchup, to be fair.
And Hollow Wicked is one of the best guys to be kept secret on the independent circuit.
Indie wrestling's best kept secret right now.
And that is all the news I have this week, unless Shin, Matty, you have anything you'd like to bring to the table?
Only thing I gotta bring up is the fact that Ronda Rousey's a dumbass who needs to keep her mouth shut.
Oh my God.
I didn't think it was necessary to bring up what
Paul
she said.
Heyman, I almost forgot about you. I'll be right, and I will tell why when we get to the loser list. Explain, Shin. Exposit to the people who may be ignorant of what the fuck Ronda decided to shit out of her mouth again.
She decided to put in her 2 cents about the reasons why Bray Wyatt was let go, basically on the stupid, ungrateful fans. I'm not even going to read the tweet because
it's not even worth your breath. To be fair, she basically had a "you people" tweet saying, "We want Bray," saying that we want Bray. Well, it's your fault he got fired. When we fucking know that Sean Ross Sapp said it was budget cuts.
Now, I've heard a lot of people say, "Oh, this is just at work. She's just in character." Like
she, to our knowledge, her contract is either suspended or done.
But here's the reason why it doesn't work as a work or a shoot. If this was a work, then it will lead to nothing because she's still going to be out. As far as I know, she's still pregnant, or has she had her child yet? I don't really keep.
I have no idea, to be honest with you.
Yeah. So what's the point of her speaking out about this if there's not going to be any results of it? If it's a shoot, then she really shouldn't be talking about Bray because she isn't. As far as I know, her and Bray weren't that close, and she shouldn't be putting his name in her mouth.
By the way, she was wearing some Bray Wyatt merch at her WrestleMania appearance at the one that's 31, the one Rollins cashed in.
Yeah,
she was wearing a Bray Wyatt hat. So, just saying.
I know she was wearing the merch. Doesn't mean she was particularly close with them. I have not heard hide nor hair of the fact that Bray Wyatt or Ronda Rousey were any particularly close people. Like, why would you need to bring him up in this? Who are you to him? You have every time Ronda speaks, she always sounds bitter and entitled and arrogant and just have this low opinion of professional wrestling as a whole. She doesn't talk with any kind of respect for it. So why should we listen to her if she has no respect for the craft? Especially
despite the fact that she spent 1.5 years wrestling for the biggest company in the world in a very prominent setup of situations.
Yeah, and yet she still speaks like, oh, I'm so above wrestling. Ronda, if
you
so
took bumps, and then we're in the main event of WrestleMania. Shut the fuck up.
Why don't you go back to the UFC where you do the only thing you're really good at, and that's getting your ass whooped?
Folks, he no lie.
Yeah. Or as Chills of Adonis said, why don't you go back to the UFC so your ass could be sent to the Shadow Realm where you belong?
And there's Ronda Rousey shooting her mouth off, looking like a bitch.
Ronda Rousey's going up in there. She's talking all this mess, not knowing that someone's about to send her chin to the upper room. She is being banished to the Shadow Realm, and Yugi Muto is not going to be able to save her. Holly Holmes is once again going to kick her ass from the east to the west, back to the east, back to the west.
See, folks, Shin could do it better than I could. Shout out Chiseled Adonis, by the way.
Yeah, we love you, Chiseled Adonis. You
magnificent bastard, you.
You marvelous shit talker, you.
All right. I can only imagine, because I got buddies in the NGTTWF wondering, like, we know Heel Josh. He was live. I'm pretty sure he was live reacting to stuff.
But yeah, that's all the news I got.
All right. Well, on my end was Ronda Rousey. So, ladies and gentlemen, We got losers to talk about. Shin, go right ahead.
Alrighty. D-Cell Battery Award. Do I even need to say it? Do I need to say this? Do I have to?
I think the last hour proves that at this point it's inevitable.
God damn it, WWE! Just what the actual fuck are you thinking? Just letting go all that talent for what? For what? I ask for what? Just oh my god, NXT is so fucked. More so than they already are. But yeah, D-Cell goes to WWE for all the damn cuts this week. And also for another thing. For that thing that might go down as the botch of the year in pro wrestling. I don't know, we don't have a botch of the year thing for the end of the year stuff, but there should be a botch of the year.
I think I know what you're talking about now. Canned audience reaction with Michael Cole left in.
I would, if we had a botch of the year, I would have given it to AEW.
That's number one on the top right now.
I would have given it to AEW for the end of Revolution, but this just surpassed that. Like, not only did you give canned responses, but you didn't edit out Michael Cole, who's not even on the fucking show. WWE, you ignorant slut. Yes, I said it.
It's amazing. They cut a lot of people, and you could say it's redundancies, but a lot of people did a lot of stuff, and you could see the damn company unravel brick by fucking brick and talent by talent right now.
Yes.
They are fucking so. And I should not be ranting. This is your time. I'm sorry.
As for my overall losers, WWE again for just because they deserve it.
Yeah.
Ronda Rousey for not keeping her goddamn mouth shut and stop putting people's names in their mouth that they don't belong in it. And NXT for the simple fact that the man in New York did not even have the energy to review it. That should tell you where NXT is right now if even he couldn't find the energy to do a review of it. And that's me. That's it for me.
I was watching NXT last week, and I was on my phone half the time. The only reason I looked up was Cameron Grimes and Eli Drake, or LA Knight, if you want to be fake. It's still Eli Drake. It's just a different name. T-Dub, sorry.
My loser this week goes to Nick Khan, no relation to Tony Khan, for being the person obviously behind these releases, as he apparently is just so gosh darn desperate to keep the company in the black.
Despite the fact that they're fucking winning money. Like, at this point, it's hand over fist. What budget cuts? Again, they must be fucking selling. Jesus.
Well, apparently they're so desperate to stay profitable that they don't want to be even one iota in the red at all. And they're just releasing people at all costs.
How would they be in the red? They made so much profit in the last... You know what?
Finances are clearly out of our purview. We clearly don't know how financial business stuff works. But I do know that this is clearly coming at the cost of human jobs, which is never a good thing.
No, and we should again mention there's a lot of stuff and things. Most of these people are going to be fine. We hope, anyway.
Oh Lord. Oh, I can't wait to hear this.
What's up, Jay? What's up?
The man from New York stream review for SmackDown is going live. And right on the title, Bronson Reed is released. I can't wait to hear what he's going to
say. Send us a link. If that's on YouTube, we need a link to that.
Oh, so far it's live right now. He's live streaming it, but
live stream on Twitch,
on YouTube.
On YouTube, there should still be a link available. That link should be like on demand if he goes off there before we do. But I could only imagine the rage of anybody streaming right now.
And Devil says, current WWE actually hurts to hear.
It hurts to think about.
JC says, bet you $5 by next Friday they'll have released Ray and Dominic.
You know,
By next Friday? Jesus.
you know, considering the last couple of weeks, either Ray quits or they're fired.
Yeah, like at this point, it's going to start with Dominic being a budget cut and Ray going, dude, what the fuck? I'm out. And I think he's got a clause that says I could go and take my 90 days and go fuck, and you could go fuck yourself.
All right, Matty, who are your losers?
Yeah, for those wondering, Ray, one of the stipulations for Ray was he wants Dominic to start. If Dominic wants to wrestle, I want to be there for his matches. That's why they scooped both of these guys up. Losers, Cody Rhodes, the poor bastard. You know what? I'm going to scratch that off. He's not a loser this week. After talking about it, I'm like, you know what, dude? He may be an accidental genius, and at this point, too early to call. I will put Ronda Rousey in there for being a
dummy. Yeah.
That, and Rousey, you ignorant slut. To quote Dan Aykroyd from Saturday Night Live. Not the deepest to cut, but folks, you could Google it. It's pretty much on Peacock, I think. And WWE, I originally put WWE in there for the fuck up botch of leaving Michael Cole's commentary on canned cheers. You billion-dollar company. Billion-dollar company. Pretty sure one of those people responsible for making sure no commentaries left in the canned bullshit got budget cut. Redundancy. And for the releases. You know what? I will remove Cody Rhodes from my loser list because I don't think it was deserved. And I will put NXT because, Jesus Christ, they're fucked. Just Bobby Fish, understandable. There's some people who are on TV as recently as last week. As of this week, actually.
And it should be noted that this company is making more money now than they ever have in the entire existence of the WWE/WWF.
Yeah, we joked about profit margins, but yeah, they're making profit hand over fist. So the budget cut excuse baffles the mind, and it still does with Bray Wyatt.
It's just pure greed. It's pure greed. They've got Nick Khan there who's clearly just somebody who cares all about just making all of the money. They don't just want a lot of money. They want all of the money, all of it.
I want to put Bray Wyatt not because he deserved it, because that poor bastard got cut when he was supposed to come back. What the fuck are we gonna do with? What are we gonna do with Alexa Bliss? Whole idea of her gimmick was she was corrupted by the Fiend.
Now she's just her own gimmick, I guess.
Yep.
I guess.
Yep. And the thing is, like,
if I'm Triple H, if I had hair, I'd be pulling it right now, out of sheer frustration.
He's still got a beard. He's got a beard.
His chin is gonna feel like shit after all the pulling.
And the thing is, Bray Wyatt just got into the best shape of his career right before getting fired.
Yeah, apparently he just gotten over some kind of injury or physical ailment during his time off, and he was ready to get back into the ring. And then
he was literally ready to go, and we're ready to produce creative. And hey, let's get the Firefly Funhouse ready to go. And nope, Nick Khan, no relation to Tony Khan. Budget cuts, fucker. This fucking company, good lord. Ever since this company's been going down the tubes ever since Vince fired his two top people in the financial department. Those two people that were important.
I believe one of them was George Soros.
Yeah, or George Barrios.
Barrios, yes.
Yeah, Barrios. It's Barrios. I have to think about it, but yeah, it's Barrios.
Yeah, George Barrios. Yeah, he was the one.
I cannot think of the other one, but ever since those two, and then Nick Khan got thrown in, down the tubes.
Yeah, because George was
more down the tubes anyway.
Yeah, apparently George was somebody who was always hesitant on firing people unless it was absolutely necessary.
Yeah. Holy fuck.
Anyways, plugging time!
Yeah, let's do winners before we get even more depressed. Too late.
Okay, obvious winners goes, of course, to AEW. Not their best show, but then again, they don't all have to.
They didn't have to do their best show this week. Good Lord.
Yeah. So nice to see the Juice back in the ring, which made me happy in the head place. That fucking ending with the flying Judas effect, amazing.
Fucking chef kiss that one.
Yep. Andrade still being the best dressed man in professional wrestling. Fight
Every
me.
girl crazy about a sharp dressed man. Rest in peace, Dusty Hill.
Yep. 2.0 marking out to Sting mid match because reasons.
Can you blame him? No. But you can't blame him for not looking to his right, and then boom, Darby Allin truck coon.
Yeah. Of course, that's one shot of Mox, Eddie, and Stinger hanging out in the ring.
That's fucking wrestling right there.
Considering
that's your legends right.
Considering how big so much of a fan of wrestling he is, that Moxley was corpsing as a snake took a shit on him. That's to tell you about who John Moxley is.
No, he didn't mark out. He fucking cracked. I was like, oh, fuck.
He corpse.
I'm not in the sand for the man bun, folks, but yeah.
That's also Malakai Black's incredible debut of destruction.
We haven't talked about his entrance and his gear at all. That beauty.
Looked like something out of a horror film.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see who else is a winner. Let's see. The current and now reigning and defending WCCP World Champion Mitsuharu Misawa. WGGP. Okay.
Wrestling Games Grand Prix.
Yep. He officially made his first successful title defense of his title against none other than the man they call Vader.
Oh. By the way, T-Dub, I think your phone is a little too close to your mic. I think.
All right, T-Dub.
Just a little bit. Not as bad, but just in case.
My last two winners, of course, beautiful Bobby Eaton. He was a bit before my time back in the 90s, but thanks to Brian Zane's old school wrestling reviews, I have come to appreciate him and the Midnight Express for the technical masters that they are. He was beautiful in the ring and beautiful outside the ring. If the stories are to be believed, he will be missed. And my final winner goes to Bruva Alphabusa. This week, he posted the last two episodes that he could post of TTS Emperor. Hilarious stuff with a shocker ending that we probably will never see the resolution of because of Games Workshop. But just want to say, dude, thank you for all the years of entertainment you've given us with this funny little web show. And I hope, and whatever you do, I'll support you in the future. See you down the road, my friend.
Should be noted that we were talking about that. The Militant Monk is just as pissed. And for those wondering, Geek of the Week, what Shin just talked about, not the cancellation of the show, but the reason for the cancellation of the show.
Not surprised in the slightest. I'd be more shocked if he wasn't Geek of the Week after the shenanigans this person has been pulling.
Mm-hmm. And those are all my winners.
Winners for me this week, of course, got to give it to AEW. Another good week of professional wrestling, and of course, Incoherence for reuniting once again for the first time in forever. Well, of course, got to go on to beautiful Bobby Eaton. Funny story I saw about him on Twitter. Apparently, Bill Dundee, a promoter from back in the day.
Yeah.
Apparently, his daughter was dating one of the wrestlers, and Dundee was like, "Who was it? Who are you dating? I'll kill him. I'll do this. I'll do that." And she was like, "It's Bobby Eaton." And his response was, "All right, you married the right one."
Yep, I heard
that. That's a Bobby Eaton story, that's for sure. That's not a Ric Flair story. Ric Flair would not have lived.
I'm pretty sure if it was Ric Flair, he would have gotten chased out of the territory.
Yeah, blackballed.
I think that alone shows you just how nice of a guy he was.
There you go.
Because if you can fuck the promoter's daughter, that's how you know you got it good.
Yeah, I got away with it too. Anyway, but I don't have Bobby on the winners list, but I will say this: if you want to know how over and how busy these guys were, Jim Cornette. I actually have it's a book called The Midnight Express and Jim Cornette 25th anniversary scrapbook. I actually won it thanks to Title Bout Trivia on Live Audio Wrestling, and it's an interesting read. It's just a whole lot of stuff, whole lot of memories that they everything. Basically, what Chris Jericho did with his comprehensive list of Jericho, basically the same thing, but with more notes and nice stories. So I thought, if you guys are interested at all, that's a book that I believe is still available somewhere.
Very nice.
Thought I would bring it up in case anyone's interested. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, my winners, AEW, for all of the obvious reasons. Malakai Black with a statement fucking win. And a very well booked. It was the main event. It was treated like the main event. And goddamn. Oh yeah. And Pabst Blue Ribbon. Now, obviously, we talked about Domino's being a bunch of idiots for, not jumping in on the bandwagon, even because, they say, oh, bad publicity. Run away. Ladies and gentlemen, this week on Dynamite, y'all saw a commercial for Pabst Blue Ribbon featuring GCW World Heavyweight Champion Matt Cardona and his major wrestling podcast group. That includes, obviously, the most professional wrestler,
Ryan Myers.
The WWE name was still stuck, and it froze my brain for a second. Brian Myers. There was Chelsea Green, Hornswoggle, and again, I want WWE names stuck in, and a myriad of other people. Pabst Blue Ribbon. You have capitalizing on the deathmatch stuff. Pabst Blue Ribbon saw the Domino's commercial and went, "We can take it. We'll pay for it. Yay!" There you go. Nothing else to add there. And no, that's about it. That is about it, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we got to do some plugs as per usual. So, gentlemen, plug away.
Already time to plug away, as they say.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and of course you can find my stuff on Maxicorn on YouTube, where you can find all the latest in Warmer Horde lore videos and other stuff. Sorry to all of the people who watched my attempt to stream myself reading my book due to technical issues. But hopefully, between myself and, if I need be, the Shades, I will have these issues resolved so you can enjoy me speaking the voices for all the characters in my book, which you can buy on sale now on Amazon.com. Just look up New World Greg Haynes, $7.99 digital, $17.99 paperback. I know a lot of people have it. I know people have a copy. Just waiting for a certain someone to actually review it. You know who I'm talking to.
Dominic Noble, you bastard.
Yes, I'm talking about
their
Dominic
words, Noble. Gentlemen. Their words, ladies and gentlemen, not mine. Though I will say this. He will die on that sword. So I would do it as soon as you possibly could. Just saying.
Yes, I will. That's it.
And for me, my latest video is, do wins and losses actually matter in professional wrestling? Go check out that video and find out my opinion on that. And of course, from this Monday forward, I'm going to be having new videos up on my Patreon every single week as long as I keep pumping them out. And once I am done with that, they'll start coming out on a weekly basis once again on the YouTubes.
And if you, again, patreon.com/GWK reviews, you want to see the next video early, that's how you do it. By the way, that was a good video. Solid subject right there.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Of course, paypal.me/MetaG316 for the tip jar. Donations are optional, but always welcome. And You know what? Bronson Reed just tweeted about it. I lost a tweet, but he talked about you have no idea. You just let loose a monster, and you don't know what's next. Let me see if I could find it. I had it, and I had it. God damn it! There we go. Finally, I found it. Thank you. From the 434 on Facebook, they captioned this. Bronson Reed. Just released from WWE, the monster is back and on the loose. You don't know what you've just done. End quote. Taking it in stride. Got a month off. Gonna whip some ass. That's a good thing. But yeah, PayPal.me. Of course, Shin's book. I believe you plugged it already, so go get that book. We always keep track of the chat for questions and all that stuff. I should read some things before we go. But yeah, the Wrestle-Cast at gmail.com. If you've got some comments and some questions, we'll gladly answer them. We always have a little bit of time. If it's brought up, I'll bring it up on the show. JC, someone said, nah, Triple H will invent a time machine to go back to early 2000s to pull out his past self's hair and devil pogo stick past trips. What are you doing to this? Current trips. I'm just pissed. JC, past trips. What the fuck is an NXT? Yeah. Good joke. Facts. Kira Coop said it best. Facts. That's gonna do it, ladies and gentlemen. We're done here. We're getting out of here. We got stuff and things to do, as per usual. So yeah, that's it. Hopefully you folks have a good weekend. Enjoy the weekend. As far as we know, the NXT list is complete for now. If there's anybody else that we miss out, we'll bring it up next week, obviously. Bray Wyatt, Bobby Fish, Mercedes Martinez, Bronson Reed. That's an indie promotion's wet dream in the main event scene right there. But until then, my name's Matty J. On behalf of everybody here, including Shintigercurl,
AEW will dominate WWE. I have foreseen it. Yes!
Thank you, Shin Megatron Curl. You gotta keep that gimmick going. And TWK.
WWE, now you fucked up. Now you fucked up. You have fucked up now.
You are fucked up now! My name's Matty J, reminding you to help professional wrestling support independent promotion as soon as possible. I can't open or close a show for shit, but I can still say bah! Everybody. Bah! Ladies and gentlemen, WWE in 2021 in a clip.
Aha! Attacking an opponent roughly 4 times your strength in a one-on-one battle. A cunning strategy. No, not cunning. What's the opposite of that?
Retarded!
That's it, thank you!